Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Hogarth's Global Astrology. You'll probably notice that I'm quite tired. I've just been woken up um, by another one of my dreams. It is 4:44 in the morning on Monday, 22nd of May, 2023. And I had this dream about 15 minutes ago, around about 4:30 a.m. So it's 4:44 a.m. here now, just 4:45 in the UK. Anyway, the point is this. I've just had the most unusual and spectacular dream about Donald Trump. And we're in this epic skit together, actually. Yeah. It was some kind of, I've got to try and remember it. It was some kind of ridiculous heist. And it sort of also involved sort of like this quasi abduction of Ginny Thomas as well. She was in it. And it was like running, we were running around town and blah, blah, blah. There were all sorts of bells and whistles. I think there were some car chases in there and stuff. Yes, that's it. There were car chases and the feds were after us and stuff like that. And I was uh, sort of like there to sort of. It was like almost like to help him out, but I was sort of like a double agent. Anyway, the whole point is this: the way the dream sort of ended was that Trump ended up getting arrested. He ended up getting caught and arrested by the feds, and he was extremely sad about it. His energy to me actually was really actually quite sweet. There was even bits where I was being embraced, and he was sort of like giving me little kisses on the side of my face because he felt like he had done it. Yeah, that he'd escaped. But it hadn't worked, and gradually everything started to fall away. And then I've just got this sense that he has like this massive stroke after being caught or something like that. Now, I don't know what this means. Could this be that Jack Smith is about to bring down a whole bunch of things, or maybe the pressure finally kind of gets to him, or whatever? But Duck L'Orange, as we know, is very resilient. But I've been having that song play in my head, the Brian Ferry song, Slave to Love. And as you know, I've changed up the lyrics to Duck L'Orange. And, because I've been saying Duck L'Orange, na na na. But now I've been hearing the song as Slaves to Trump. Na 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 na, slaves to Trump. And in the sense of the people that are very much under his spell. But in this dream, it's like it's over. It's like he runs out of his final tricks. We'll have to see when this happens. But even though I'm exhausted, I have to share the dream because, as we know, the dreams that I've had about Trump come true. And it's almost like he's served with a subpoena or something like that, or several. Maybe things come to a head. But what the sense that I get, because I always woke up with like a heart, I had to check my own heart palpitations. So it's either like heart attack or stroke or whatever, but it's something massive. And it could either take him out entirely or incapacitate him in such a way that it may even affect how he is at trial or whatever. But you know what it's like. I tend to get these dreams around about 4:30 a.m. in the morning. As you know, deep in sleep, minding my own business, just when I actually need my sleep the most. because obviously, I mean, it seems like my eye is fixing a little bit. Look, it's still a little bit pink, but at least it's not quite as Count Dracula as it was before. So it looks like it's getting better. And that, in terms of on the eye, with the side note as well, I realized as well, I've got to stop doing emails at night. I've got to stop uh, doing. I do this thing which is called drishti, which is planetary sight. Sorry for this tangent. Um, but it kind of looks like. Let me just give an example here. Kind of. Let me give you a tidier example. Anita, here we are. So if I take someone's chart here, I'll just hide the name. It's this stuff. I hand illustrate, elements of a person's chart, etc. It's not printed, but I do this stuff by hand. But each one takes half an hour, and I've realized as well. There's a lot of focusing and all that kind of stuff, and it's just becoming too much. I'm just gonna have to do them just without doing that now. Anyway, but I've just realized, all the late nights and the not getting enough sleep and just working on stuff without natural daylight isn't good for my eyes, and I think I just have to listen to my body. But anyway, back to the dream. So I just got the sense that and it was actually quite a sad feeling, believe it or not. It's kind of like maybe I was just tuning into the energy of America, whatever. But if this thing comes to pass, again, it's because what I'm saying here is quite a big statement, isn't it? I mean, it's kind of like, I mean, we're talking about he could be either taken out or completely incapacitated, but a lot of people actually, strange enough, will be sad. And you know where I felt where that sadness would be as well? Was in the media. Yeah. Interesting that, isn't it? And why that sensation as well? And I think what it is that what we have seen over the past few years is that more than anything, Duck L'Orange has become a huge media feeding fest. It's like when you get schools of sardines, and when all the guillemots come in and they all get stuck in, and you see every predator of the sea and what have you. Like when you see those David Attenborough um, wildlife things, and he's this kind of feeding frenzy that I think many in the media have come to rely on, whether they want to admit it or not. They have. But this thing, it felt very final. I think it will come as a potential shock. Now, look, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But one of the things that I've learned with my dreams, I have to put them out there. Do you remember my dragon dream of China? All of that ended up coming true. My whole massive dream about Donald Trump and Mar-a-Lago and the storm and it being the end of his reputation. This one was very much, I mean, it was like in the dream, it's like we were bandits, yeah. And it was actually fun and exciting in the dream. Yeah, I'm not saying I support Donald Trump, that. I'm just talking about how the dream came across, how the dream gave the energy. And his energy was actually very upbeat, very, very upbeat. And then it just slid off the scale. The dream was like this. He was getting away with everything. And like I said, Ginny Thomas was in there almost like as an abductee or whatever. And then her situation changed, her attitude changed. I mean, she didn't mind, of course. She was sort of like part of along for the ride as well. So maybe it's connected. There might be some news around Ginny Thomas and stuff like that. But then I just got the really strong sense once the dream ended that he had this massive stroke. It's either a stroke or a heart attack or something like that. We'll have to see what happens, of course, as challenging, of course, as Duck L'Orange is. You don't wish people dead or whatever, and I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying my dream is saying that he has some kind of stroke. Who knows when it will be? It tends to be when I had my huge dream about Trump. What was it? I had it in, what is it, June 22nd. of last year, wasn't it? Around the solstice. And then the big old things really started to happen. What was it? The raid on Mar-a-Lago was when? Was that end of July, August? Maybe it could happen a couple of months from now. But I'm just putting that out there now. Um, I'm not even sure if this video that I've put together is coherent. But again, it came at that very much that dream time that I ran about 4:30 a.m. and the dream is just finished, and it's not looking good. It felt very final, and I really did feel it in the heart chakra. I had to check my own pulse to make sure that I wasn't having a heart attack or something like that. But no, it was for Duck Larange or Donald Trump. Let's see what happens, or maybe it's kind of the dream is foretelling how he might be in the final stages, yeah, before a spectacular downfall. I mean, I'm kind of hoping that he'll take out DeSantis, before he leaves Earth, but we'll have to see how it is. Oh, look, you can see my eye is still pink. I need to go back to bed. Anyway, I will leave it there. I'll try and get this uploaded. Sorry for those if it spooks people a bit, or if you're a Trump fan or whatever and you think I'm being outrageous, because you never know who's watching. You never know who's watching one's videos really when it comes to YouTube. But I just have to report that, and it was this heist. We were on this heist, and everything was going Trump's way. Everything was going his way, and then he basically he got caught. He got caught by the feds, and it just began to unravel. He was very fun and very affectionate in the dream. Literally, he was literally very affectionate. But then there was just a bit where he just went, oh, oh, and it was just like his energy just kind of came down. It wasn't this spectacular thing, and then the dream ended, and then it was like, what I saw in the dream was just these big headlines, Donald Trump suffers massive stroke or heart attack or whatever. If it takes him out, I don't know, but it could be some kind of incident around him where he's very incapacitated, which could affect things, or it may just mean that he's kind of hit that kind of brick wall, when you can't go any further, where everything, and when we just look at the timing, maybe this could be even happening in October. Remember I said in my dream in October, I mean in previous predictions I said it will be the back end of October where the wheels really come off. But he's been having a string of bad news, but I will leave it there. I'm just putting that out there, so I'll leave it there for now. Let's see what happens. And what's the time now that I've said this? It's now 4:57, Monday 22nd of May 2023. I'll get this video uploaded and then I'm going to go back to bed. All right. Thanks everyone, and if you've got time as well, don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy the content on my channel. It really helps support the channel and helps it grow. Yeah, and if you need consultations or anything like that, it's the archetypalblueprint.com. No, it's not. That's my old website name. It's hogarthglobalastrology.com. And I'm going to be in Italy for a while, but people are still booking, so get stuck in. I think June dates, there might be one or two left, and then it's going into July. Anyway, enough of that. Let's see what happens and see if this dream comes true like the other ones. I will leave it there. All right. Bye for now, folks. Hey there, guys. I thought I'd also add another time reference just so you can see, because I realized, well, if this truly is a prophetic dream, I need to find some other way of dating it. So in terms of the time, if you look here, you can see here, it's in the small hours of the morning here. You can see the sun hasn't fully risen yet. You can see some scaffolding. Hear the crows. Yeah. So you can see it is the morning. So I just thought I'd add that little bit there just as a kind of a dating kind of reference in case the dream does end up becoming significant. All right. Again, what is it again? It is Monday, 22nd of May. Now it's 2023, and now it's 5:01 after I've added that bit there. All right. Gonna get this video up and then I need to go back to